Hi everyone, I am Nur Fadli Nabiha binti Ahmad Oman, and in this video, I would like to share on the tips that can be used during our formal presentation. If you are a consultant, listening and communicating with your client is the most frequent thing that you encounter every day. So as a dedicated consultant, you need to listen to them, act professional, and entertain your client whoever they are. So listening is part of the communication process and it is very crucial. It is the process of hearing and receiving the message that we get. So listening to the client is very important so that we can respond to them. It helps us to determine what is their need, what is their concern, and what did they actually want. And there is 4 stages of listening process that we done unconsciously before we begin our interaction, which is hearing, attending, assigning meaning, and finally responding. We need to listen very well so that we can address their problem and present our ideas and solutions. Surely as a consultant, we will present our agenda and ideas in order to help and solve the client problem. However, how are we going to deliver it effectively and efficiently? Usually, we always have that one friend that is always confident in anything and during presentation because of their charisma or charm. However, don't you think that other than charisma, effective communication is the quality that this kind of person always has? So effective communication is important in any situation, but it is more vital during a formal presentation, especially when you are interacting with your client. A formal presentation must be well organized and given with confidence in order to be effective. Taking some time to prepare the presentation is not a waste, as it helps to ensure the message will be delivered successfully. So back to our main agenda, I'm going to share on some tips that can be used during our formal presentation. How are we going to perform effective communication and present our ideas, and how to make it simple yet impactful. And here are some important considerations to keep in mind. First is know your audience. Knowing who your audience is very crucial in preparing your important presentation, as it determines what and how you are going to deliver it. For example, presenting for a group of teenagers and adults would not be the same, as their level of understanding is different, and using a technical terms on amateur audience might not be suitable. As a consultant, you need to really know who your audience is so that you can give a good presentation with a suitable information to your clients. So the best consultant is the person who knows how to make their client feel satisfied and motivated them to succeed. Next is establishing a two-way communication. Giving and responding is a two-way communication that can help to give a better understanding and solve the problem by giving and responding to each other's opinion. Moreover, establishing a two-way communication during your presentation helps to make the session more entertaining, as the audience is able to participate actively. In addition to that, according to communication theorists, having a two-way communication is crucial, as we are fulfilling the elements of communication in order to gain information. So as a consultant, practicing a two-way communication with your client is very essential, and you need to have a good interpersonal skill which allow you to manage interactions competently while displaying a positive value. The third tips is making positive initial contact and establish rapport relationship. If you are preparing for a formal presentation, you have to make a good first impression and remember the basic of verbal and non-verbal meaningful elements to engage with your audience. Greet them with a smile and portraying a positive body language. For a consultant, you need to be responsive and try to identify the desire of your clients and fulfill them. A simple way to demonstrate responsiveness is to attend their needs promptly. Pay attention to the client's needs and help them immediately without any delays. For example, replying to their question as soon as possible to give them a better understanding. Besides, you can use the client name to address them and establish a close interaction. Next is by utilizing visual aids. This tool is a great alternative to make your presentation more interesting instead of using a wordy slide. Usually, an image leaves a great impact rather than words. Just like a saying, a picture can tell thousands of stories. So try to include visual aids, as it can attract the other person's attention and make them more focused. The graphic in the presentation can be used to help the audience understand what is being spoken. Then you can slowly build up the ideas or the whole picture by using the image support. So as a consultant, you may follow these tips for creating an excellent visual assistant for your presentation, such as using graph, image and colors to differentiate the section or emphasize your idea. And the final tip is build your flow. A good presentation is where the audience manage to understand and get your message on your idea. You didn't want to waste your time giving a presentation that no one understands. You want to ensure a smooth flow for the content during your presentation. So you need to have the full picture on how your presentation will be delivered so that you can manage the flow and ensure that the audience can link each and every content that you introduce. Finally, preparing a perfect presentation might be hard, but with a lot of consideration and practice, it surely will help you a lot. Moreover, it takes a lot of attempt for everyone to be perfect in their job. Don't worry if you have an upcoming formal presentation, just be confident and follow all these tips. But most importantly, I cannot deny that all comes with practice. You really need to practice a lot. You can try to practice in front of the mirror, or you can try to invite your friend so that they can give some feedback on how to improve your presentation. All these shared tips, I hope that this information could be useful for you as you are preparing for a formal presentation, either for education or for your clients. If you are a consultant, you need to remember that good communication skills are especially important in the consulting industry because you need to deliver your message efficiently and effectively. So being able to communicate well is very important and it is vital for efficiency. And indefinitely, we can see that having a good communication skills is a crucial quality share for every successful consultant and business leader in this industry.